Welcome to Connecting to Spirit with Stacey, a weekly journey into the spiritual world with Evidential Medium Stacey Niedentohl. With nearly 10 years of experience offering transformative private, group, and platform readings, Stacey is also a passionate mentor, guiding students for over 5 years to unlock their intuitive gifts. She is the author of 2 impactful books, My Head Knows, But My Heart Still Hurts, a 30-day grief recovery journal, and My Crystal Addiction Diary, an exploration of crystal and stone energy for healing. So please welcome the host of Connecting to Spirit, Stacey Niedentohl.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Connecting to Spirit. I'm Evidential Medium, Stacey Niedentohl, and we are streaming live on both Brave Media, Spotify, Amazon Music, and other streaming platforms. Last week, we had such a great time with call-ins that I thought I would do it again. And I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight so that we can talk about angels. We can talk about energy. I can do a couple card readings, but I want you to be able to call in at 866-451-1451 if you have a question, if you want me to read some cards on you. It's been such an interesting couple days since I did the angel card reading last week. And I've had several people reach out to me and say that it was, very interesting and it was spot on. That, like I said, I thought I would do it again tonight. So if this is the first time you've been on, you picked a great night to come on. If you've been on with us before, welcome back. It lets me know that you have an interest in the spiritual realm, your angels, guides, your loved ones on the other side, and that you just have questions that maybe you're not always comfortable in talking to other people about. So if you have a question, call in. Oh gosh, my glasses there. 866-451-1451. It's right there in the lower, I guess it's right hand corner, but we do have someone who's calling in. So Diane, hello. Okay, Diane, are you there? Okay, I can't hear Diane.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
there you are.
Thank God. Okay.
And you're from
Thank
Sarasota,
you.
it says. So how are you doing tonight, Diane?
I'm doing great, especially because I just finally got in. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Yay, me too. So did you have a particular question or did you want me just to do some random cards for you?
I think random cards, Stacey, because I can't think of a particular question that would articulate my feelings right now properly.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have you pick a number between 1 and 4.
Between those two, not including
Yes.
those two?
Yeah. No, pick number 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pick 4.
You're going to pick 4. Okay. So I'm using the Earth Warrior deck, and I'm going to pull 4 cards for you from the deck. And if you're not familiar with how cards work, they tell a story. So I'm just going to look at them real quickly here. Oops, I've got one more card to pull. And I will show them. I don't know whether you're watching or if you're just listening, but I will explain them. Interesting.
Okay.
So the first card that I have, and I love to use this deck because it doesn't thing. So I intuitively pull out what I'm seeing. The only thing it says, in each other we find ourselves. And the first thing that jumped out to me in this card was this beautiful, to me, I thought it was an owl, but it's a falcon or an eagle that has its wings spread out. So I love when birds come out, especially the very bold birds, because it lets me know that you're taking a step back, but you're getting a different view. So if you're on the ground, you have one view, but if you're up above everything, you have a different view. And in looking above, you're taking this like this step back to kind of re-look at where you've been and where you're going, but you're trying to look at it with a different look. When I'm pulling the second card, it says medicine of the rainbow jaguar. But what jumps out at me with this card is the heart. So all of this is heart centered, is how it shows me. And it also is showing me like this white flower here on the side. And I don't know if you know the original story of how Mother's Day came about, but the white carnation is the symbolization of mothers. It's their lifespan between inception and when they actually pass from this earth. So it's, I gave birth, my child is living, and then I'm passing through it. So when I'm just with the two cards here, you're finding yourself, you're finding your heart, and you're finding your own childlike innocence, that naive sense of the world's not really out to get me. I have to do something for the world to prove something, to make the world a better place. And then I have standing in the light. And there's this beautiful butterfly that's on this. And a butterfly always stands for transformation. And the wings, again, are out. So it lets me know that you're in this transformation mode. Now the butterfly is above the mountain, representing some mountains that you have had to climb. And then sage of knowledge, this is where that owl popped out. So the owl sees better at night. So just looking at these cards, it's showing to me that you've kind of been on hold for a little while, whether it's emotionally or spiritually. I don't really think that you're in the dark, but it just feels like it's kind of gray right now. But you're working on transforming into a higher self. Does that make sense to you at all?
Yes, absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everything is wrapped around this heart center. All four of the cards have a heart on it. So when you lead with your heart, I just noticed that as I was like scanning the cards, they all have a heart on it. The first one had it in the man's beard. It's very small. The second one was the thing that had popped out. The third one, it's in the body of the butterfly. And then the last one, it is right beside the owl. So whether you've had your heart broken or distress that has protected the heart, it's saying take a step back, take another view, allow yourself to let love in and give love to others, but on more of a childlike innocence. Children trust so much because they haven't been hurt from the world. So instead of saying this one hurt me and this one hurt me and this one hurt me, so everybody's going to hurt me, it's saying, you know what? I'm not going to get in that same position again, and I'm not going to let anybody hurt me, but I'm not going to automatically put it out into the universe that someone is going to hurt me. Make sense?
Right. Okay, I understand. Yes, completely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Great. Well, Diane, thank you so much for calling in. I so appreciate you.
Well, thank you. And I so appreciate you too, Stacey. Thank you much.
Oh, now I knew who you are when you stumbled there. I thought your voice sounded familiar. All right. Thank you, Diane.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So that's how your card readings go. If you want a card reading or if you have a question, feel free to call in at 866-451-1451. But I had a couple questions that I had already prepared from clients who have been asking me questions throughout the years. And one of the questions was that seems like a familiar question as we're waiting for another caller is, I was told that my vibration is very low. How do I raise that? We are all made of energy. We're all made of all these molecules, and there's energy in the world. And when you connect with other people's energy who is a higher vibration, to people who are always happy, some people who are goal-oriented, it helps to raise your vibration. Those who are always sad, always depressed, always complaining, that sucks your energy out. Listening to music raises your vibration. Going for a walk can raise your vibration. Reading a good book can raise your vibration. So staying in touch with how you feel, Are my shoulders back? Do I feel good? Am I breathing good? Or are my shoulders slumped and I'm like, I don't really care what's going on. But it's checking in with yourself and being mindful. Okay, we have another caller. Michael is on the phone. Michael, are you there? From Baltimore?
Hello?
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 Oh, is it Michelle or is it Michael?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Go ahead with your question.
Stacey?
Yes. Do you have a question for me or did you want an angel card reading?
Actually, it's Janine, and I'll take a reading.
Oh, Janine. Okay. All right.
Hi,
Thank you.
Stacey.
Okay. Hi, Janine. How are you? Where are you calling from?
Actually, I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yay. The great state of Pennsylvania. 4 seasons, 1 day.
This is true.
Okay. Okay. So when you were saying you would take a reading, did you want me to do a similar reading like I just did for Diane, or were you looking for more of a general past, present, future, your path and your challenge reading?
Actually, what you just did with Diane would be wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And what would your number be between, pick a number 1 to 4?
3.
3. Okay. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ah. Okay. Okay. So, like I was saying to Diane, the cards tell me a story. So, the first card that I see, it says nourishment of the soul. So, hearts tonight are really popping out at me. But when I'm looking at the heart, I also see the green glow of the mask of the face. So, this shows me green always represents healing power to me. And it's letting me know that there's a healing that's going on with you or from your heart to someone else. When I'm seeing the mask, sometimes it represents, and this is how it feels to me, that you are hiding some type of emotion from others. So there's something going on with you, but when someone says, "Are you okay?" you say, "Yep, I'm fine. Everything is good." And you are taking care of everybody else and kind of masking what you're actually feeling. Does that resonate with you?
Very much.
Okay. So when I go to the second card, it's interesting how all the cards have this green on it. And this says, she with the emerald heart. Emerald is green. Here we've got the green again. But where the heart is placed, there is this hummingbird. And hummingbirds represent sudden bursts of joy, sudden bursts of energy. But did you know that if you cage a hummingbird, it will die? So what this is saying to me is don't cage, don't hide your joy. If you're all excited about something and somebody tells you to calm down, walk away from them. Just enjoy your own peace, your own joy that's within that. And I'm also looking at this, and I've got the green faces again as well on either side. Whoops, let me see if I can get there. So you've got these green masks on either side again. So it's not masking your joy, it's not masking your happiness, it's not trying to please others, but being present for yourself. Does that resonate as well?
It does very much.
Okay. And then the other card says medicine of the butterfly. Butterflies again represent transformation. Well, as I'm looking at this butterfly, it's got these eyes, and I don't know if you can see them very well, in the wings. So to me, that represents keeping your
I
eyes
do.
open and allowing yourself to see things for what they really are, not what the world tells you that it is or what others tell you it is. It's trusting your own intuition. People pleasers, especially, don't necessarily trust their own intuition because they're worried about what other people will think or will say, and they don't always feel worthy. So the butterfly is saying this transformation is for you to open up your eyes and realize how worthy you are of all the good things that the universe wants to give to you, those sudden bursts of energy, that love within yourself, to yourself, and allow yourself to heal through. It feels like, and not really an emotional heartbreak, an emotional letdown is how it feels. Does that make sense to you?
It does very much. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, Janine, allow yourself to heal and allow those sudden bursts of energy to come in. Open your eyes, see yourself for who you are, and don't listen to the world. Thank you so much for calling in. Did you have any other questions about that?
No, Stacey, thank you so much. You're very much right on. I've been dealing with Karen and doing Reiki, and you both are on the same page with me.
Oh, with Karen, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. She's the Reiki queen. You're in good hands.
Yes, I am. I love her.
Yes, you are. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Brianna. Or I'm sorry, Janine. I have Brianna on the line.
Have a
That's
good
why
night.
I went to that.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you. So I have Brianna on the phone, but we need to take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll talk to Brianna.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Dr. RC will share extraordinary resources and services that promote educational success, as well as making a difference in the lives of all social workers, as well as the lives of children, adolescents, and teens of today. She will have open discussions addressing many of the issues that we face about our youth and how being employed in the uniquely skilled profession of social work for over 18 years has taught invaluable lessons through her personal experiences. She will also provide real-life facts, examples, and personal stories that will confirm that why serving as a child advocate is extremely beneficial when addressing the needs of the whole child. Listen live to Dare to Soar, Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network, and tune in radio as Dr. RC will provide thought-provoking information that will empower, encourage, and strengthen students, families, and communities across our nation. You can also visit her at soarwithkatie.com.
Welcome back to Connecting to Spirit. I'm Evidential Medium Stacey Niedentohl, and tonight is a special night. We are doing call-in questions about spirituality, or if you have a question about something, and I'm doing angel card readings as well. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Invite all your friends. If they have a question, have them call me at 866-451-1451. So before the break, we had Brianna who has called in. So Brianna, are you here with me?
Hi, this is actually Brianna's mom, but Brianna is next in line to talk to you.
Okay. Hi, Brianna's mom. So did you have a particular question? Janet? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
You had a question? Or did you
yes. We have been sitting as a family trying to decide if we should stay in the Chambersburg area or move to New York, which would be financially better for us.
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
we
All
keep
right.
going back and forth and back and forth. So I don't know if there's any, a
Okay.
guide that can tell me what would be the best move for us.
Okay. So you're looking whether to stay located in the area that you are, but
Mhm.
or if you would be better for you to move to New York, which would be financially better for you. So
Yeah.
financially isn't always the way to look at it. Bob Marley, or
Right.
no, wasn't Bob Marley. Was it Bob Marley? I believe it was, no, it was Lenny. Anyway, it doesn't matter who it was. Said, when you do what you do for the passion, the money comes. When you do
Mhm.
what you do for the money, the passion goes. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do have like a random deck, and they're all different cards. I've never worked with any of these cards, but I thought if
Okay.
somebody just had a basic question, I was going to pull some cards. So I'm just going to pull 3. Um,
All right.
okay. And we're just going to see what it's saying. Okay. So as I'm looking at this, the first card that I have is this owl, and he's got his head kind of cocked, and it says on it, turning inward. So with the head kind of moving to the side, it just is that representation of, I'm kind of looking at this at all different angles. I don't really know which way to go. I've got all this stuff flying around in my head. So there's
Mhm.
that confusion that's there. I also have dolomite for the next one. And dolomite, this is a stone, it's a red stone. And it says, do you ever get lost in the now and the then? It helps you to find what is authentic with you. Trust,
Oh.
stability, and endurance. Okay. And then the
Okay.
last card that I have is hearth, where it says happiness is in our hearts and in our homes. So I feel like while I'm looking at this, the first one kind of showed some confusion, and the last one talks about the heart and the home. The middle one is talking about grounding, being, having that endurance and trust and stability. So I feel
Mhm.
like what they're saying to you is no matter where you are, your home is going with you. The stability of the family is going with you. Instead of
Right.
being so confused, just say, let's do it or let's not do it. It feels like this voyage, this opportunity for you is a very good opportunity. It just feels like there's a little bit of fear. Have you always been in this area and just afraid to move to a strange area?
Yeah, I've always lived in
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. Um,
Yeah.
I have family here. It's just there's
Yeah.
a part of me that wants to create a new chapter, like since
Yeah.
my parents have passed, but then I also
Mhm.
feel guilty, like leaving
Yeah.
PA and going to New York.
Well, the guilt thing is your own inner voice talking to you, trying to talk you out of it. That's called fear.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
definitely.
but in looking at this, I feel like if you center yourself and get grounded, make a pro and con list if you need to.
Mhm.
But I feel like there is this pull for you to experience something new. And that's how that feels to me.
That's
Does that make
that's
sense?
how I feel inside too, but then I get nervous.
Yeah. Well, here's worst case scenario. You can always move back home,
True. That's true.
you know? So it's not like you're moving 3 million miles away, the other side of the
Yeah.
world where it's hard to move back. New York is just a couple U-Hauls and a couple hours away.
Right.
So to
That
me,
is
it
very
feels
true.
like if you find that grounding point within yourself, and it says trust, stability, and endurance. So you have to
Mhm.
trust the pull and look over the fear.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Janet, I hope I was able to give you a little bit of guidance there. You'll have to let me know. Okay. And then we had another call that was waiting. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I saw that you were on hold.
Hi,
And what's your name?
Brianna.
Oh, this is Brianna. Okay, so Mom was just on the
Yes.
phone. She said that you were holding, but I just wanted to make sure the wires didn't get crossed. So,
Yes.
Brianna, do you have a specific question, or were you looking for cards to be pulled for you?
Just cards be pulled.
Just cards to be pulled. Okay. All right. So, can you pick a number between, let's say 1 and 4?
4.
4. So, are you looking at moving to New York as well?
I am.
Okay, awesome. Because the very first card, let me put my deck here. The very first card that I have, it says second chances bring success. And I love how there's this tiger that's on here, and a tiger in the wild, it's very quiet when it goes through the jungle. It's very quiet when it moves through. It's very observant of the things that are around it before it makes a move. So when it says second chances bring success, it shows me that you have researched this move, that you have thought about it, you've thought all your options out. But again, you have like the same type of fear. To me, it feels like you're more anxious to go, like more excited about going and kind of pulling Mom with you. Does that make sense to you?
Actually, it's the opposite.
It's the opposite. It feels like you've got this pull. So I have the second card is blessings from the sun. So the sun represents no matter how dark your day gets, the sun is always going to come up the next day. Even if the clouds are over it, there's always light that's there. I do see there's this quarter moon that is at the third eye, and the eye is looking directly at it. So what it's showing me is you're kind of half light, half dark. So I see the possibilities, but I'm not good with change. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. And then the next card says remedy of the grandmothers. So the remedy of the grandmothers is the old medicine. And the old medicine says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if I do have to fix it, I'm going to use some type of an herb or some type of old way. I don't need to have a professional come in and fix it for me. When I'm looking at the card, I'm seeing all these little ladybugs that are all around it. And the ladybug just represents this small little insect that when you see it, you're like, oh, there's a ladybug. So it stands out. So it just lets me know that you are standing out in the crowd and you're allowing yourself to want to do different things, but you're not able to because change is kind of uncomfortable for you. The last card says, but stand in the light. It's for some reason I heard, let your freak flag show. It's allowing yourself to be that center light and allowing yourself to not fear success and to not fear change, but to just stand in the light and allow the universe to take you where you need to be. Does that make sense to you?
Right. That makes perfect sense.
Okay. Well, Brianna, thanks so much for calling in. I hope you and Mom decide what you want to do and just, reach out after you make the decision and let me know. And if you do decide to go, let me know how it's going afterwards.
We will. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks for calling. I see Wendy Adams keeps putting on Facebook that she hopes to speak with me. I don't know if you have called in or not, Wendy, but the number is 866-451-1451. I do see we have another caller. Hello?
Tim? Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, this is Stacey at Connecting to Spirit. Who is this?
Tim?
Tim? And Tim, were you calling in with a question, or were you looking to have a card reading done?
Card reading.
A card reading? Okay.
Yes.
So just a basic card reading, or do you want me to do past, present, future, your path, and your challenge?
Past, present, and future, please.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so, Okay, give me 1 second. Where are you calling from?
Chambersburg.
Chambersburg. Okay, more Chambersburg people. Yay.
I'm Vanessa's friend.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think Vanessa called in last week.
Yes.
Okay. So I pull a couple of different cards. And I think you had a reading with me before. So I've pulled cards like this
Yes.
for you before. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first card I pull is past. And this is saying support. So your angels and your guides are letting you know that they've been around you for a very long time, supporting you, urging you, or it feels like pushing you to move forward in a situation. When it shows in the past, it's one of two things. Either you don't feel like they're nearby, or you haven't been paying attention to your intuitive thoughts of this journey, of this movement forward. To me, it feels like you're kind of ignoring where you feel drawn to. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. For the present, I have divine guidance and I have music. So we're divinely guided. We're not in a certain situation for no reason at all. The universe places certain people in our paths, certain things around us, so that we can learn lessons from the universe and we can grow and we can be bolder in what we do. And I love how music is there as well in the present. So it's validating that you are either listening to music, working on your vibration, you're hearing sounds in music that feel like they're divinely guided. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The future is showing me friendship. So friends come and friends go. Unfortunately, we tend to outgrow our friends, but when we outgrow them, new people get put in our path. So it's making sure you're surrounding yourself with the people who have your best interests at heart, and also like those that can help you, but more importantly, those that you can help as well. It's all this growth with the crowd that you come around. If you're kind of on pause with everybody, then negativity tends to come in. And when I talk about negativity, it's like gossip, um, talking bad about the things that are going on in the world. It's not seeing the possibilities of where you can go and what you can do. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. The path to this is through, playfulness and meditation. So your guides are reminding you to be playful, allow yourself to not adult all the time, but also meditate. So it's time and a place. I need to meditate and get quiet, but I don't have to kumbaya all day. I can have fun, but I don't need to get out of control. Your challenge is miracles. So it's allowing yourself to see the miracles, acknowledge the miracles, be thankful for them, and ask for more. So when you see something that you know is a sign, but then you say to yourself, oh, it wasn't a sign. It's just me wanting something to be a sign. It's that gratitude for, oh my gosh, I found this dime. It's the same year that my father was born. It's a sign from him. Thank you for the sign. Keep sending me signs. So when you validate those signs, because you've now meditated and cleared your mind, which allows you to be playful with the friends that are around you that have been divinely guided through vibration, through music, which allows the angels to now support and love and show you where you need to go and what you need to do. Tim, does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It sure
Okay.
does.
All right. Well, thanks so much for calling in. I appreciate you. You have to
Thanks,
tell
Stacey.
Vanessa I said hi. I know we have another caller, but I think we might need to go to a break. I'll leave that up to my engineer. What do you want me to do? Okay, we're going to go on break. So like, share, call in, If you're on hold, don't hang up. We've got a couple people that are on hold, and we'll be right back.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of The Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on The Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Dr. RC will share extraordinary resources and services that promote educational success, as well as making a difference in the lives of all social workers, as well as the lives of children, adolescents, and teens of today. She will have open discussions addressing many of the issues that we face about our youth and how being employed in the uniquely skilled profession of social work for over 18 years has taught invaluable lessons through her personal experiences. She will also provide real-life facts, examples, and personal stories that will confirm that why serving as a child advocate is extremely beneficial when addressing the needs of the whole child. Listen live to Dare to Soar, Saturdays 10 a.m. Eastern on the BBM Global Network, and tune in radio as Dr. RC will provide thought-provoking information that will empower, encourage, and strengthen students, families, and communities across our nation. You can also visit her at soarwithkatie.com.
Hi, welcome back to Connecting to Spirit. I'm Evidential Medium Stacey Niedentohl, and we're doing a live call-in show for an angel card reading, or if you have a question that you've always wondered about. I know we have a couple people that are on hold, but before we go there, I just want to ask you if you can like and share and subscribe. Help me grow the viewership so that together we can heal the world one person at a time through talking about spirituality and mediumship. So I have someone on the line who is waiting. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. Who am I speaking to, please?
Hi, Stacey. This is Wendy.
Wendy, I saw your message on Facebook that says I'm on hold. I hope I get in. You got in. Yay.
Thank you.
So did you
Thank
have
you so much.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Thanks for calling. Did you have a question, or did you want me to pull some cards for you?
No, ma'am, I do have a question. During a sickness and passing of a brother, I was constantly seeing 222, 444, 111, and my understanding these are angel numbers. I'm still continuing to see them constantly, several times a day, and I'm trying to understand and make sense of all of this.
Okay.
Can you help
So
me, please?
I can try. So your brother is who passed, is that correct?
Yes.
And first of all, I'm very sorry that your brother has gone to the spiritual realm. But while he was transitioning, you started to see these numbers. Is that correct?
The entire time he was in the hospital and
Beautiful.
ill,
Okay.
seeing
Okay.
them for months.
So what those would represent, to me anyway, is that the angels and loved ones who have passed were letting you know that he was going to be with them soon, that he was going to be okay, and that they would be there to greet him. It's also that validation to you that even after he passes, his earthly life may have ended, but his spiritual life will still be around. And they went ahead and introduced you to these angel numbers. So then once he crossed, he started showing them to you as well. So when you see those, it's letting you know that your angels are around, your guides are around, or your loved ones are around. I always like to say, when you see those numbers, like, what do you think of instantly? Are you thinking of him, or does something else come to mind?
No, I am thinking of him. And
Yeah, beautiful.
it brings
So that's validation.
it,
I'm sorry?
it brings me fear because it constantly reminds the stages of what he went through and what we all went
Mm-hmm.
through. And
Mm-hmm.
I have a mom that's in her 90s and not doing well, and seeing these numbers makes me feel like this is going to be happening again soon, and it brings me some fear.
Okay. So we all know that when we come into this world, eventually we are leaving this world.
Right.
And fear is very real, especially when it comes to losing someone who's very close to you. When you see these numbers, I would just stop for a moment and I would say, what are you trying to tell me? Or what are you trying to show me? And just see what comes to mind, not based out of fear, the first thing that pops into your mind. And if it's really fearful for you, you can say, stop doing that. I don't want to see it anymore. Give me some peace. And they will stop. They will listen to you. So try and walk in as much faith as possible. Spend as many beautiful moments as you can with your mom. And, try not to let it be fearful for you. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It does. Just
Okay.
trying to make sense of all of it, I think, has left me confused. And I have taken it as family reaching out, loved ones reaching
Absolutely.
out. But
Mm-hmm.
it has continued. I guess I didn't understand, but
Mm-hmm.
feeling the way that I am right now, maybe, they're reaching out to me just to let me know that they're there.
That they're
Trying to
there
think
with you
that
to comfort you. Yeah, yeah. How long has it been since your brother has passed?
it's just been 6 months.
So I almost wrote down 6 months to flip it up. So you're still in kind of a PTSD because of the loss of your brother. So of course, our
Well,
human
yes,
nature is to grab a hold of everybody that's close to us and say, you're not going anywhere. You can't leave me. I can't go through this again. That's all part of
right.
grief. Be as gentle on yourself as possible. Allow yourself to grieve and try and remember like the great stories of your brother, or tell stories to say to your mom, tell me a story that I don't know about my brother, and have that conversation. Don't miss those conversations. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Wendy, I'm so sorry. I send all the healing love to you. And like I said, just, try and be as easy on yourself as possible. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And I believe we have another caller, Denise, it says.
Hello?
Hello, Denise.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm
Did
okay.
you?
I wasn't sure when it was my turn.
That's okay. That's okay. We had a couple people ahead of you. For those of
Oh.
you who don't know, Denise, this is my my energy blocker, the person who helps me when I come to Bel Air, Maryland, that I never do readings for. When I saw Denise from Falston, I'm like, I wonder if she's trying to trick me. But as soon as I heard your voice, I knew. So, Miss
No, it's
Denise,
not trying to
are
trick
you
you.
looking for
I guess,
cards, or do you have a specific question?
I guess some cards.
Okay. Okay. So I'm using the Earth Warrior deck. And choose a number between 1 and 4, please.
2.
2. Okay. 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 So the cards tell a story, as you know. And the first card that I have is Sorcerer of Light. And then I have Guardian of Light. Now, whether you can see these or not, the very first card has an owl on it. The second card has 2 owls on it. The first card, the woman has her eyes open. The second card, the woman has her eyes closed. So what this is saying to me, and there's volcanoes going on in the background of this as well. So what this is letting me know, the owl represents, which I had talked about before, is seeing things from a different view, getting a different opinion, or looking at it in a different way. But it's not just staying stuck on one thought process. When the owl shows up and the woman has her eyes open, it's saying, even if things are dark right now, the owl can show you to the light because the owls see better in the light. When I'm looking at the second card, not only do you have one owl that's with you, but you have 2 owls that says guardian of the light. So even when your eyes are closed and you don't have full understanding of the things that are surrounding you, this owl medicine is going to be guiding you, whether your eyes are open or whether your eyes are closed. The message here is not to fear the volcanoes that are in the background, but to look forward and move towards the light of, if I'm trying not to be, of the healthier being is how it feels. And the cool thing about the second card is up in the woman's part, there's a butterfly. And butterflies are very distinctive for you. Denise, if no one knows, Denise raises monarch butterflies. So even with your eyes closed, you're still the butterfly. Maybe you're in the cocoon. Maybe you're just starting to spread your wings. But know that there is a guardian of the butterflies and of the light that's surrounding you and protecting you. So walk in faith and not by sight. Does that make sense to you?
You know it does.
I know it does. I know you need to put a different name if you want to call it, although I would recognize your voice.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Denise,
it
thank you so much
absolutely
for
does.
calling in. You know I love you, and I will see you next week.
I
I'll
know.
be in Bel Air, Maryland next week with privates for anyone who is interested in scheduling. Might as well get that little commercial in.
Yeah, and groups
Okay.
and some group seats are available.
That's right. Right. We
So,
do have intimate group set up as well.
yep.
All right,
All
Denise.
right. Well,
Thanks so much for calling
thank you
in.
very much, Stacey. All right,
All
bye.
right. All right. Bye. We have Michelle from Babylon on the line. Michelle, are you
Hi,
there?
how are you doing? Yes, I am
I'm
here. Can
well.
you hear me?
I can
How are you
hear
doing
you just
tonight?
fine. I'm doing great. And you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah.
good for after a Memorial Day weekend.
Right. Was there a particular question that you were looking to ask, or did you want me just to draw some cards for you?
Sure, some cards,
Just draw some cards?
please.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And can you choose a number between 1 and 4, please?
4.
4. Okay. Okay. So, Michelle, would you understand some trying times that you've been going through that are starting to come to light for you?
Yes.
Okay. The very first card that I have, it says time to cross the threshold. So it lets me know the door is open. You just need to walk through it. New opportunities are coming for you. Don't be afraid. Walk through that threshold. I love that when I'm looking at the card, to me, this looks like a sawhorse right here. And a sawhorse is this sturdy piece of wood that holds other wood when you're building things. So you're building something new, this new opportunity for you. And when I'm looking at it, there's the triangle on top of it that is well balanced. So anything with a triangle shows me that there's a lot of balance within this new opportunity that is being held up, and it's time for you to walk through and accept it. The next card that I have is progress is on the path. So once you walk through this threshold, there's this new path that's coming for you. And you've got this beautiful, whoops, wrong side. You've got this beautiful horse that is touching this this woman, and she has her eyes closed. So when the horse appears, horses can carry a lot of baggage. And if it was just the horse, I would say to you, oh, you're carrying too much. But the horse is showing, is there with the woman to let me know that someone else is offering to help you through this trying time, to work through this opportunity, that not all the burden is on you. There is the remedy of the grandmother. So the ancestors are coming in as well. So whether your parents or grandparents are on the other side, call in the ancestors to say, help me work through this. Because what they're showing me is this big blossom of flowers in front of you that's just waiting to bloom. You just have to reach out and grab it. One of my favorite cards is your last card, Turquoise Changing Woman. So all of this that is going to happen for you, this opportunity is basically going to change your life. And I'm not saying that you're in a bad place right now, but oh my gosh, it's going to be so much lighter and so much brighter and easier to maneuver because you've gotten rid of that old stuff that you've been carrying around. You've given it to the horse medicine, basically, to rid it from your own energy. When I'm looking at this, the woman, the turquoise woman, has these wings, these beautiful wings. So when you release this, it lets me know that, oh my gosh, why have I been carrying this around? I feel so light. My energy is up. My spirit feels good. I don't need this anymore. It's easier to let this go. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Well, Michelle, good luck on this new journey. Cross that threshold. Pop me a line when stuff starts happening for you. I'd love to hear the story behind that of once you cross the threshold, once you progress in your path, you're calling in your ancestors, and the turquoise woman now appears within you. Okay?
Thank you, thank you. Yes, I've been following you for a few weeks now. I'm definitely going to look at your website again. I'd love to do a one-on-one reading.
Oh, yes, you can book those on the website. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. All right.
Bye-bye.
So,
Have a great week.
bye-bye. You too. So we just have a few minutes remaining, but they're telling me there's one more caller. So, caller, I have to make this quick. Who's on the line?
Hi, Stacey. It's Kim Howard.
Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi, Kim Howard. So we're pressed for time a little bit. I'm good.
Okay.
Did you have a specific
Thank
question,
you
or
for
do you just want me
answering.
to pull some random cards?
You can do some cards for me real quick. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you, girl.
okay. So for some reason, I'm seeing the number 3 that's surrounding you. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. So I've got the first card I have is kin of the Red Hawk tribe. So it lets me know that you've found your tribe, you've found your place. You're kind of in this leadership role. And I'm not saying you're leading the tribe, but you feel confident enough to not go along with what the normal is. And through that, all of a sudden you have this powerful awakening that your inner voice is now in tune with what everyone else has been telling you. You finally found some worth within yourself. So you can go, oh my God, I like the person I'm seeing in the mirror. Oh my gosh, I can do there's so many opportunities there. And then the last card is the second chance for success. So, Kim, what this card is saying to me is you've found your groove. You're walking lighter. You're seeing more things that you can do for yourself. And you're allowing that to kind of embody you without any fear or guilt. Does that make sense?
Yes, it sure does, girl. It does.
Awesome. I love that for you. It's been a long time
Yes,
since we've talked. So
I know
That
Diane and I talk about time. I got to get up there to your store. God bless you, girl, for answering this call.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for calling in.
You
All
have a
right.
good evening, Stacey. Dear.
All right. You too. You too. Thank you so much. Well,
Bye-bye.
our show has almost come to an end. And I am always so humbled and so grateful to my guides, to spirit, to the intuition that they give to me, because know that none of this that I'm saying is me, it's them. And I hope that with these words that I've given to you, it helps you to live the life that you love and love the life that you live. Your loved ones are only a whisper away. Talk to them. All right, guys, I will see you next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Bold Brave Media, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and other streaming platforms. But God bless you. Good night, and I love you.
This has been Connecting to Spirit with Stacey. Tune in each week as Stacey delves into the journey of life, healing, and spiritual connection, inviting listeners to open their hearts, clear their minds, and create the life they love. Right here, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Bold Brave TV network, powered by B2 Studios.